Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all, and welcome to another edition of Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx. And you know what? I don't know how y'all feeling about Ring of Honor. This revamped, this reintroduction of Ring of Honor. I'm loving it. Back-to-back awesome pay-per-views. Each one of them worth the $35 that I paid. Great shows. Great performances. The roster, so far, I'm loving it. I believe Tony Khan, in my opinion, made a great investment saving Ring of Honor. Not just because it would be a great feeder system to AEW. You always need one. Every company needs a feeder system. But also to preserve wrestling. The wrestling business needs more promotions. They need more opportunities, more choices. They need to always be able to have leverage. Because before it was just WWE, and if you didn't get in WWE, then you know what I mean? Yes, there's been a TNA and Impact, but really, let's be honest. Has Impact / TNA ever truly done what AEW is doing now? It could have. It could have if the powers that be, when it was, actually prevalent, when people were actually watching it, it could have done some really good things. Maybe sold out some arenas. Unfortunately, too much egotistical, power hungry would-be legends got in the way, and they just would not let the young talent shine. And so TNA fell apart. AEW was getting it right. Ring of Honor is getting it right. Even the small stuff, like, okay, what was the best match at the last pay-per-view? The Supercard of Honor. It was FTR versus the Briscoes. Awesome. The rematch needs to main event this show. And it did. Now, we'll definitely talk about the world title match. I have choices to make in terms of how I want to approach Jonathan Gresham. Do I want to rant, or do I want to just have a discussion? I'm leaning towards rant right now. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I will go in on Jonathan Gresham. Because, I'm sorry, when I read the reports on why he asked for his release, why he quit, it frustrates me. We'll get to it. I'm trying not to give away too much. I want you guys to be in it with me when I do go off on Jonathan Gresham. Again, I don't know. I might not go off. I might just have a discussion. Depends on how I'm feeling. But clearly, I think I'm going to lean towards a rant, because I feel like I do want to rant. But we'll talk about that. We'll go through all the matches. We'll review everything. And then we'll see where things go, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're close to reaching a TV deal. They haven't reached one yet. Whatever the case, yeah, we need to go ahead and get the ball rolling on Ring of Honor as a weekly product. It's not going to be that hard to make it happen, because you can just replace Ring of Honor with Elevation, or what's the other show? It's Dark, Elevation. That's it, right? Yeah, just wherever you're doing with Elevation, replace it with Ring of Honor. Do 1 hour a week. You can do it on YouTube. You can do it on TV. Personally, if they can't find a TV deal, fuck it. Do it on YouTube. Create... no, they don't even need to create a Ring of Honor YouTube channel. They already have one. There you go. Just air the shows live on YouTube for now. Then over time, we can talk about potentially getting a TV deal. But fuck it. Just air it on... Start airing shows on the YouTube channel for now. And if it's doing very well, keep it there. I mean, that's another reason to tune in every single week. Quite frankly, Think about it. If they go 1 hour each week, Thursday, which I think was the original date anyways, yeah, 1 hour on Thursdays each week. Couldn't hurt. And they have 4 pay-per-views a year. Supercard of Honor. I think it's Death Before Dishonor. Final Battle. What's the other one? I feel like I'm missing one. Hold on, let me look it up. What are the Ring of Honor pay-per-views? Let me see. It's let's see. I'm pretty sure. Oh, what was it? Whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But I think I said them all. Y'all gonna help me. All right. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would definitely do the 1 hour weekly shows on their YouTube first. Let's just get something going. And if you need to move part of the AEW roster to Ring of Honor to fill that up, although I'm pretty sure you got enough people. But fuck it, man. If y'all need to do that, do that. You know, put QT Marshall and all them, put them on Ring of Honor. You got Cole Cabana on Ring of Honor. You got enough people in AEW to fill up Ring of Honor and let that be a weekly show. If you want to have certain people jump from AEW to Ring of Honor 1 week and wrestle there, cool. But you don't really need to make this complicated. If we're having trouble getting a TV deal, fine. You know, it'll come when it comes. In the meantime, just start on YouTube. That's what I would do. But we'll get there when it happens. We're going to go ahead and get to this review. I see people filing in, so let's not waste any time. Let's pay these bills and get right to it. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all of my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership today. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or review, past, present, or future. Don't forget to, give thanks. Donate using Super Thanks if you're watching me after the fact. Oh, and also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alyx Central. Also, give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, and also give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today. Pro Wrestling Tees, get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, but most important, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America, cause it's the remix. T-shirt made by It's Trinox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. Are you ever worried that when you're surfing on the interwebs that someone could see that? Yeah. You don't want that happening. Now that's probably the only time it's going to happen, because I think we're good. Yeah, we're going to get you Surfshark, because it would really suck. Oh my God, fix yourself, man. The hell? This is part of the reason I probably don't like coming up here in the afternoon, because the internet's always just tripping. I don't know why. We're good though. Are we good? Are we Gucci? Are you going to stay good? Are you sure? It's not good. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with it, y'all. It keeps going in and out. I don't know why. It's just so bad. I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it. That's of course my internet would go bad right now. Okay. It's green. I think we're good. I'm just gonna play the sponsorship and then get to the live chat shout outs and then move on. So let's get a quick word from our sponsor. Hopefully it stays good, and then we'll get to some shout outs. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. When you're doing business on the web, Having a VPN is almost essential, and many agree there's no better service than Surfshark. Let me tell you why. Surfshark provides you 24/7 protection from hackers, data leaks, malware, and even allows you free access to movie streaming services in different countries. I personally appreciate Surfshark's ability to block all malware websites and scan all downloads for potential viruses. You just never know what could impact your online experience, and navigating has become a lot more safer because of this service. So today, if you visit the link surfshark.deals/justalyx and use the promo code JUSTALYX, you not only get 83% off your monthly payments, but you'll get an extra 3 months for free. This is a massive deal that many of you should take up while it's here. So don't wait, feel safe, get protected by Surfshark today. All right, we're good. Okay, welcome. I think it fixed itself. Oh, thank God it fixed itself. All right, we are definitely looking at quite the audience here. We have someone spamming the chat. Do I have any moderators in here? Don't have any moderators. All right, so Miss Cynthia, I'm gonna need you to calm down, and then we got a troll coming in, so let me take care of this, people. Gone, and then let's see here. These people be creating different accounts because I know I just blocked that account. Yeah, people wouldn't be in spamming, y'all. They'd be in here spamming. But everything's good. Yeah, let's all right, let's take care of that really long day. But we here. Now the internet's going bad. So not only do we have trolls, but now my internet's going bad. So this is a disaster of a stream. Yeah, I know. Show some love to the moderators. Ultrashot97, Firestar Heart, Elias Ademi, and Godzilla Hawk, who help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I apologize for the lag. Yeah, this is really bad. This is a horrible lag. Can you guys at least hear me? I think everyone can hear me. Everyone can see me. Okay, there it goes. I think it's better now. Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what the deal was there. So we're just going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it moving. But yeah, let's get these shout outs out the way. Thank you to the following people for being here. We got Great Reginald Scott, Sam 3, A-Rit, Adam Ritter, Khalil does everything. Everything. I did that backwards. Everything. There it is. Darth Vapor, Resu Spider, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, King of Echo Mundo, James Jones, Rena, Mathal. Did I say that right? Mathal. I think I say it right the first time. Mathal. What's up, Rena? We also got Hassan Terrell, Shaq. Shaq. Nice. You damn right. Whoop Whoop Kid. Let's see here. We got Eric Sibby. Sibby. Eric Sibby. Oh yeah, I said that right.
Man, what a time to be a wrestling fan right now.
Yeah, it's actually quite the time to be a fan here. We got JMac19, Troy Williams, Paid Enthusiast, Eric Freeman, SC75. We got Pikachu Black. Good to see Pikachu Black. Good to see all of you here. Good to see a lot of people here. 7 Tommy GH92. Did I say that right? Sean Ireland. These are new names. Ashley Greer Crowder. It's always good to see new names in the chat. Always good to see new names. We also got... Let me see. Is that Nemo Toad? Nemo Toad. Interesting. Chris Haley. What's up, Chris? Kevin Abreu. Immortal Beast 416. These are people I haven't seen in a while. Good to see people coming back. I think I'm seeing a resurgence in fans. because ever since, I noticed this too, ever since Vince McMahon stepped down, I've seen people be a lot more passionate about wrestling. So we might see more people coming in. AT, we'll do 2 more. Dimitri, and the last one's gonna go to Super Chat.
WWE just keep Bruce Pritchard as head of creative.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we get rid of him. So, yeah, let us get started. Thank y'all for being here. If I don't say your name, it's not because I hate you. I do want to go ahead and get to this stream. And we're going to talk about a lot of things. I see the super chats rolling in, though. I'm going to let that last super chat play.
Did you like the MCUS DCC 4 Phase 5 and 6 yesterday?
I did. And we're going to talk about it on Raw Cognizance, my podcast, my secondary podcast, non-wrestling podcast, where we talk about everything and anything. That means politics, that means movies, that means society, celebrity news. If you're into all kinds of gossip about things outside of wrestling, that is the podcast for you. So check it out. Raw Cognizance. Matter of fact, here's what we'll do. I'm going to actually look for it, and I'm going to get you guys to subscribe to it. Because I do believe, I think most of you who are watching me now have already subscribed, but can't hurt to promote, right? Cannot hurt to promote. So please come with me to YouTube. We're going to type in Raw Cognizance, and we're going to enter, and there we go. Raw Cognizance Podcast. Recently we talked about, let's see what videos I've uploaded here. We talked about Jalen Walker and the Highland Park shooter, basically comparing them. You know how the policemen be given certain people privileges. We talked about the 10-year-old rape victim, being denied abortion in Ohio. The Uvalde Police Department being exposed as cowards. Doja Cat, Tucker Carlson, Stranger Things, The Boys, Thor Love and Thunder. We talked to strippers. We talked about R. Kelly, Ezra Miller, Obi-Wan Kenobi, a.k.a. Star Wars, Roe v. Wade, Monique, Amber Heard, Scream. Look at all this. This is a lot of things that I'm pretty sure most of my audience would like. So check us out. Raw Cognizance Podcast. Check us out. And yes, we will be discussing Phase 5 and 6. That's coming this Saturday. We'll be talking about that. Okay, let's get to it. So, I got a chance to finally watch Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. And I gotta say, man, I thought the show was awesome. The show really, really put a smile on my face. There's a lot of good things about this show. I figured that when Tony Khan brought Ring of Honor, I figured that it was going to be heavily focused on the wrestling, as it should be. But man, like, every match, even the women's match. Hell, I saw some of the pre-show matches with Colt Cabana and then my boy Brian Cage. Those matches were dope. Every match was great to awesome to fantastic to an absolute classic. If you are a fan of wrestling, as in pure in-ring performance, you want to get away from the storytelling, you want to get away from the characters, and everything has to be like this because it's how it's always been. If that's something that you need to get away from, trust me when I say this is a show for you. So far, Ring of Honor has had nothing but banger shows. The Super Card of Honor. Say that five times fast. Yeah, that was an awesome show. And then this is an awesome show. I mean, it helps that FTR and the Briscoes were on both of them, so maybe that's the reason why, but still, like, I loved it. Loved going back and watching it. And yes, I did pay. I feel like it's my duty to support companies like this. If they're going to flourish, if they're going to grow, I should pay them when I have the opportunity. I pay for all the AEW pay-per-views. I'm paying for all of the Ring of Honor stuff too. So, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. I hope and pray that they do get a TV show off the ground, because there's so much to work with here. You have so much talent. But let's get right to it. Speaking of talent, let's not do we really need to talk about the pre-shows? The pre-show matches? I mean, I saw it, so I'll quickly run through it. Colt Cabana defeated Anthony Henry. Colt Cabana's awesome, you know this. The Trustbusters, Ari Daivari and Slim J defeated Shinobi Shadow Squad. Shinobi Shadow Squad. That's Cheeseburger and Eli Islam. Brian Cage and Gates of Agony defeated Alex Zane, Tony Deppen? Close enough. And Blake Christian. And then my girl, Willow Nightingale defeated Allison Kay. That match was great. That was actually a really good women's match. Got a little messy there at the end, but it was actually a really good match. I'm impressed with Willow. I like the fact that over time she's getting better and better inside the ring. She already has the personality. You can just tell by looking at her that she just her personality just pops off the screen. Once she gets the in-ring aspect down, oh, she's gonna be a massive hit. Can't wait for her. Can't wait for her to finally blow up. It was announced on the pre-show that Tully Blanchard apparently sold Tony Enterprises to Prince Nana. Why? We don't know. All we do know is, and this was reported by Fightful Select, Tully Blanchard is no longer in AEW / Ring of Honor. He's effectively gone. We don't know why. I don't know much about what's going on with his family, but people have been telling me that it has something to do with his daughter or whatever. It's still unknown to me why exactly he left. But yeah, he's gone. And so they just gave Tony Enterprises to Prince Nana. There you go. Hey, it still works. I'm still excited for Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony. I think they're gonna be pretty freaking dope, especially as a 3-man team. As for Jonathan Gresham, can we get to it? Can we kick it off? We might as well, because the first match on the card was Claudio Castagnoli versus Jonathan Gresham for the ROH World Championship. Yes, the world title opened the show. You know what? For this instance, in this case, I am perfectly fine with this opening the show, because the tag team titles needed to end the show. FTR is literally the best tag team in the world today. They've been having banger matches after banger matches after banger matches. I am happy they closed the show. They deserve to close the show. Nothing was topping that 2 out of 3 falls match. Sorry. Nothing. So all you purists that want the world title to go on last, you're going to have to cry yourself to sleep. Sorry. Yeah, I thought this was a great decision. Especially considering what happened afterwards. So, Claudio Castagnoli comes out. Jonathan Gresham comes out without the octopus mask and without the flag. So you kind of already go, what's up there? But we get to the match. The match was good. I expected better. You know what I mean? Because I've seen Jonathan Gresham go out there and tear it up inside the ring. Here, he just kind of phoned it in, but it was still good. It was still a good match. It wasn't his best, though. It's just one of those things where you read the situation, you just throw your hands up and go, whatever. But Claudio Castagnoli pins Jonathan Gresham with the Ricola bomb, and becomes, for the first time in his career, a world champion. Remember me saying Cesaro would be a world champion in every promotion outside of WWE. I told y'all that. I said the moment he left WWE, he is going to be a world champion in literally every promotion he works in. Well, guess what? One down. Plenty more to go. I want this man to capture every world title that there is outside of WWE, because he deserves it. I love him as the world champion. I think he would be an excellent world champion. Not just in Ring of Honor, but PWG, AEW for sure. Oh my God. Rev Pro, New Japan Pro Wrestling, you name me a company. World champion. There you go. That's what he should be. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous to me that Claudio, Cesaro, whatever you want to call him, went this long and never won a single world title. So this was significant. This was massive. And I'm proud of him. I'm so happy for him. That being said, of course, it had to be ruined and overlooked with the recent update. This recent update. Jonathan Gresham has reportedly asked for his release from AEW and Ring of Honor. I'm going to read you this article from Fightful Select, and then I'm going to get into my my opinions about it. I just want you to have all the details, so you guys can judge for yourselves, and you can give me your thoughts in the live chat and also in the comments whenever and wherever you are watching me. Says here, Fightful Select has learned many additional details about the lead up to Jonathan Gresham requesting his AEW Ring of Honor release. We're told that Gresham met with Tony Khan and others at 4 p.m. Eastern before Death Before Dishonor, and was admittedly heated and not happy with the direction of the booking and his character. What character? You wore an octopus mask! Yeah, I'm ranting. I made up my mind. I'm going to rant on him. Your character? Continuing, it was agreed upon that the context of the conversation would remain private, and details originally didn't seem to emerge from anyone in the room. However, by the time the conversation was over, much of the locker room and staff could physically hear how it went down. Building security was even said to have overheard the conversation. Gresham had spoken with QT Marshall multiple times over the past few weeks, albeit brief, which we've heard went well. It was also noted that Sanjay Dutt was a point of contact. The frustration of Gresham's part seemed to be the direction and creative. What the hell? The frustration of Gresham's part seemed to be the direction of creative, which ultimately ends with Tony Khan, and not being able to be given answers as a result. Gresham was supposedly told that those decisions had to be ran through Tony, who he wasn't able to meet with until a few hours before the show. The general preferred process is that talent speaks to one of the AEW coaches, who are then in contact with Tony. If the conversations are about booking, then they have to be relayed to Tony. The coaches pass on dozens of ideas, either from themselves or talent to Khan, who is then in charge of making those ideas a reality or deciding then if they fit or not. Those answers are then to be relayed back to talent, blah, 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 for those asking about names involved, blah, 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 Christopher Daniels, essentially, like, if you have ideas, you tell the coaches tell Tony, and that's how it happens. That's the chain of command, apparently. There are also plenty of situations in which Tony Khan has made efforts to talk directly to talent, although numerous have said that it's declined since the Daily's Place era due to the changing of the world and travel in general. It was said that the AEW side of things believed that Gresham came into the meeting with his mind made up, and they'd not seen him heated like that before, chalking it up to Gresham being passionate about his beliefs in Ring of Honor, the brand, and himself. They felt as if there was a disconnect between the access to speak with people about their creative and it becoming perceived creative control. Gresham was said to have a vision for his creative direction, and there were things that where things should go with him. And it was different from what Tony Khan and Ring of Honor had hoped for him. Specifically, we learned that Gresham wasn't in favor of turning heel. He didn't want to be a heel. But that Ring of Honor believed there was a bigger picture for that. No shit. We're told that the finish had been at least hinted to Gresham, but no word on if he knew before Saturday. In the past, several former AEW talent have spoken out about the lack of communication within talent relations, being a point of frustration for them. Joey Janela, Marco Stunt are examples of this. And that's the article. That was a lot. But essentially, Jonathan Gresham felt like he wasn't being treated right, or, oh, you should have booked me right. Creative direction, blah, 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 blah. Let me break it down for you, all right? All this talk about creative, let me tell you why Jonathan Gresham got angry. Jonathan Gresham thinks he's a top guy. Jonathan Gresham thinks he's on the same level as a Bryan Danielson, as a Kenny Omega, as an Adam Cole, baby, as a Jon Moxley, as a Chris Jericho. You see how ridiculous this is? Jonathan Gresham believes he is worthy of that top spot. Because, you know, he had the Ring of Honor title for like, I'm not going to say it was a cup of tea, but like 300 days, right? It was almost a year. Because he won it last year. I know that for sure. But despite all of that, this man thinks he's hot shit. What universe does he live in? And this is what really pisses me off. This is why I want to rant. Because this is the same dude, him and his wife. And I love Jordynne Grace, but she puts her foot in her mouth all the goddamn time. Both of them say some stupid things. But what really pisses me off about Jonathan Gresham, as talented as he is an excellent in-ring technician. He is great at what he does. He is great inside the ring. The problem with him is that he doesn't own his shit. Every time a situation comes up where he isn't being perceived as a top guy, he throws a fucking temper tantrum. And then he says, it's because I'm black. Oh, it's because I'm black. That's the reason why I'm not in the top spot. That's the reason why you won't give me the top spot. That's why you won't give me the main event, because I'm black. You guys are racist. It's everyone else's fault but him. God, I can't stand that shit. Excuse me? Let me tell y'all something. Let's not pretend that there isn't a heavy bias in wrestling, okay? We all know for the last few decades, a certain color, certain skin color, a certain look will get you a lot more attention than others. Blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. It's not just a t-shirt. It's not the way it is now. There's remnants of it. But still, back in the day, oh my goodness, look at the main event scene. Look who they were pushing. What did they all have in common? Just saying. I get the idea that wrestling has been not the best place for my people for a while. But that was decades ago. Here in 2022, everywhere you look, there's black wrestlers, black females, black males, black commentators, black ring announcers. They everywhere. Black people in the audience. So this idea that you're not getting your just desserts because you're black, it doesn't work anymore, buddy. Because I look at people like Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland killing it right now. Tag team champions. Tag team champs. Brandy was this, I was going to say the CEO, the COO, the CBO, Chief Branding Officer. Black women in high positions. This whole idea that AEW doesn't push people of color, get the fuck out of here. Okay? It ain't because you're black. It's because you don't connect, Jonathan. You don't connect, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go buy me a Jonathan Gresham t-shirt. That stupid ass octopus face that he wears. What is that? And this whole idea about your character. What character? Who are you? I've been watching you for a good few years now. I still don't know who you are. What about you makes you feel like you should be a main event player other than I'm a great wrestler? That's awesome! There are other people who are better wrestlers than you who also have this little thing called charisma. And instead of doing the right thing, which is building the trust with the audience, working on your character, putting yourself on TV, allowing AEW to use you in a way where you can actually be featured in a spot, and then work your way up to a place where we do care about you while working on this thing called a character, you want to throw a temper tantrum. And now you went and burned your bridge with Tony Khan. What are you going to do now? You're going to go to WWE? They ain't going to work with you. You think this is the only time he's thrown a temper tantrum? He always does this. Yeah, he'll go be on NXT and then he gets to the main roster. He'll be running around for the 24/7 title. Probably what he should be doing anyways. God, I'm so sick of this shit. You don't connect. That's why, Jonathan. Every time people watch you, they're sitting on their hands. You get no reactions while your matches are happening. It ain't because you're black. It's because you aren't doing your job the best. Congratulations, you know how to do great moves inside the ring. I'm enjoying it. I enjoy his matches. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler, but you need more than that. The fact that you think you're on the same level as a Bryan Danielson, as an Adam Cole, it's laughable. Who do you think you are? I'm sorry. I just personally feel like, this is just my opinion, if you're not here to work, if you're not here to support the business, if you're not here to make money, if you're not here to do what's necessary to get everybody over, and you're just looking out for yourself, you just think people should bow down? Nah, that's not how this works. It's not how this works. Sorry. Jonathan Gresham wants to quit AEW. He wants to go to Impact Wrestling thinking it'll be any different. By all means, go. Bye. I hope Tony Khan doesn't even try to get him back. I pray Tony Khan doesn't reach out for him. I'm scared he is. I'm scared Tony is going to try to renegotiate with him and try to make him feel good. No. No, sir. Sorry. I don't feel bad for him. And I'm not hating on him because he's black either. I'm hating on him because of his attitude. Him and his wife. Jordynne Grace and Jonathan Gresham should be killing it right now in wrestling. Both of them could be on top of the world in their respective divisions and big companies. Jordynne Grace, Jordynne Grace should be in WWE killing it right now with a Bianca Belair. Jonathan Gresham could also be in WWE killing it. But they let their egos and their attitudes get the best of them. And quite frankly, if you can't handle it, man, get the fuck out. Fuck you are going up to Tony Khan talking about, oh, I'm not happy with the direction of my character and I should be a top guy. Motherfucker. Work for your position. You got some nerve thinking you should be given this shit. I'm sorry. You ain't that good, buddy. Because when I watch your matches, I be sitting on my hands. Do I like it? Sure. But you won't see me losing my shit for a Jonathan Gresham match. No charisma. No reason to care. I'm not trying to hear it. So good luck. Maybe he'll go to Impact Wrestling. Maybe he'll go, I don't know. Where is he going to go? PWG? Maybe NXT will pick him up. Wherever he wants to go, good luck. Let's see how well you do. Because quite frankly, I don't see it happening. That's my thoughts. Y'all give me your thoughts on Jonathan Gresham. People just feel so goddamn entitled, man. Ridiculous. Sorry. Not everyone can be a top guy. Y'all give me your thoughts. I see super chats just lingering. Let me play them real quickly, and then we'll get back to the review. Thank you for subscribing, Richard Gray. I have 150 people watching me live. That's what I like to see. 150 people watching me. It's good to see that number. That's a great number. For Ring of Honor, especially.
'Cause you are my love. Do you ever dream of rain?
I believe TK will give Raw, Rampage, and Dark as their shows in the future. It makes sense. Once on YouTube and TNT for national exposure.
I wouldn't mind them giving them Elevation or Dark. That's fine. I wouldn't give Ring of Honor Rampage. AEW needs all the shows they can. It needs to be 2 hours, honestly, because they have a big roster. So yeah, I disagree with that. Do not give Rampage Ring of Honor. I do not agree with that whatsoever. But that's just my opinion. Let's see here.
A friend and I were talking about this who is a casual fan who said Daniel Bryan had no character during the Yes Movement, and I rolled my eyes.
My fucking God. People just be saying shit. You know what I mean? I think nowadays on the internet, people will just say whatever just to be right. Even though they're not. Even though they know it's incorrect. It's just stupidity. That's what stupidity is. Doing something you know is not right. Or saying something you know is not correct. It's stupid. It's stupid. But what do I know? Alright, let's get back to the rest of the show. Because I enjoyed this show. And I'm not trying to sit here and rant on this guy. Good luck to Jonathan Gresham. Next up, the ROH World 6-Man Tag Team Championship. So basically their trios titles. It was Vincent, Bateman, and Dutch. I think it's Righteous, right? I think it's what they called them, the Righteous. Let me be sure I get this right. I think it is called the Righteous. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's called the Righteous. And they took on Dalton Castle and the Boys. And the match was good. It was a fun match. Dalton Castle was always a joy to watch. I think he's someone, if given enough TV time, could really be a star. And I hope, for me, I hope when Ring of Honor does get that TV deal, it helps put people like him in the spotlight. If you're gonna be on TV, Dalton Castle is someone you need to feature almost every episode, because he is such a great personality. And yeah, it made sense to give them the titles. If you're gonna have trios titles, shoot, I would love to see what Dalton Castle and the Boys does with him. Match was good though. Fun match. Nothing really to write home about though. It was just a fun match to watch. But the Righteous is what they're called. I got it right the first time. Lost to Dalton Castle and the Boys. Hopefully we get more of them. The ROH Pure Championship. Wheeler Yuta took on Daniel Garcia. Let me tell y'all something. See, I just got done ranting about this too. Wheeler Yuta, when he first got to AEW, he was the jobber guy. No one cared about him. He made people go to sleep. Everyone knew he was a good wrestler. But you know what he did? Instead of, my character, Tony, I'm going to cuss you out. He put in the work. He was patient. He put in the work. And then when an opportunity came up, he capitalized on it. Ever since he had that match with Jon Moxley, he has been a household name. Everywhere he goes, people chant, Yuta, Yuta. He took what was given to him by joining the BCC and made himself into a household name. Wheeler Yuta is easily one of the best, fastest rising stars we got today. Awesome. And because he's pushing it, it's causing people like Daniel Garcia to now step up his game. I think Daniel Garcia is doing excellent. He's been excellent ever since he joined Chris Jericho. I think the JAS, Jericho Appreciation Society, has elevated everybody in that group. From 2.0 to Jake Hager to Sammy Guevara. But now, everything they're doing with Daniel Garcia, though, I'm loving it. I like the Backstreet Boy I'm loving the Backstreet Boy 90s boy band look that he has. And the personality that blue chipper personality that he has is perfect. It's perfect. He is someone I think would be a great Ring of Honor World Champion. So in the future, if you need to drop the belt off for Cesaro, Claudio, I would give it to Daniel.
I was at the PPV yesterday. It was awesome.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you, man. It seemed like the crowd was hot. For the most part. There were a couple of times they were quiet, but I mean, they were quiet doing Jonathan Gresham's match. Ooh. They were also quiet for Dalton Castle, but that's, come on, like, a lot of these homemade Ring of Honor stars, they're not really all that well known. So, of course, they're going to be given the silent treatment. It's like with Deonna Purrazzo. When Deonna Purrazzo fought Mercedes Martinez in the main event of AEW, the crowd was quiet. Everyone knew they were watching a good match, but they didn't care. You see what I mean? That shit takes time. You have to continually put them on TV and feature them and be able to give these guys a reason to care for you, to want to cheer for you. That's how it works. That's how wrestling works, y'all. You don't just, oh, you make me a main event player. No, you goddammit. It takes time and work. Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta are putting in the time, and they had an excellent match. Holy shit, this match was awesome. These two toe it up. Stiff. Great technical wrestling, great counters, great commentary, by the way. This is the type of stuff I'm happy to have. Sorry, I had to switch the super chat back. This is the type of stuff I am proud to see on Ring of Honor. This is exactly why I watched this. I fucking love this match. Outstanding. Beginning to end. I would love to see them wrestle again. Chemistry was ridiculous. Loved seeing Daniel Garcia cheat a little bit, biting the ear of Will Yuta, because he didn't give a shit about the Ring of Honor rules. He didn't give a shit about honor. And I like that. I like that he's anti-honor. And I like he was flipping off Ring of Honor and stuff, which is why I want him to be champion. Imagine an anti-honor world champion. I'm pretty sure you've done it before, but imagine that. I would love for him to eventually get a world title. Hell, if he would have beaten Wheeler Yuta, I would have loved it. I think he would have been perfect. I like that he said he was going to take the pure title back to AEW and break it in half. He doesn't like Ring of Honor. He hates what it represents. That's so good. That's really good. So, yeah, this match was great. And Wheeler Yuta won with that seatbelt fucking, what do he call that? The seatbelt pin or the seatbelt schoolboy roll-up? Whatever the hell. It's a great wrestling maneuver to beat people with. And I think no one has kicked out of it yet. So that's good. Man, go watch this match. Go watch this match. This match was dope. But Wheeler Yuta retains. Then we get to, man, let me tell y'all something. I didn't think anything was going to be able to follow that. I was like, well, that might have been match of the night. Until, of course, to the main event with FTR and Briscoes. But then we got Roosh versus Dragon Lee. Battle of the Brothers. Holy shit! When this match started, and I saw Dragon Lee do that freaking, I don't know, suicide dive, torpedo dive on Roosh through a table. Man, they had me since. Oh, this match was awesome. This match was crazy stiff. And they did all kinds of great moves. And it would make sense that when you have brothers fight each other, it's always going to be good. But man, power bombs to pile drivers to freaking crazy ass athletic stuff. There were a couple of spots in there where Dragon Lee accidentally fell on his head. He was going for like that, what is that? When Roosh stands on the apron and he jumps over the ropes and hits a Hurricane Rana. Ricochet did it to Adam Cole in their takeover match. When was that? That was in 2000. Was it 2018? Y'all remember it. But yeah, like, for me personally, I still thought the match was outstanding. It wasn't a classic. There was too many botches, too many moments in there where it didn't look as clean, as crisp as it should have. But that was an awesome goddamn match, though. And Roosh, rightfully so, did beat Dragon Lee. Apparently, Roosh is undefeated. I didn't know that. Well, since signing with AEW, he's undefeated. And because of that, he will fight Jon Moxley on Wednesday. Oh, dope. Didn't know this was a number 1 contendership match. But all right, I'm cool with it. I don't care. Roosh versus Jon Moxley. Here we go. Let's see where that goes. But yeah, that match was fucking awesome. Loved it. Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Mercedes Martinez versus Serena Deeb. This was good. The crowd was quiet for this one. I felt like, and you know what, it's gonna be that way. When you have like 2 back-to-back banger matches, you're gonna need that cool down match, and unfortunately, it was the women's match. Not saying it was a bad match. Oh, this was great. Beyond fucking great. This was a really good wrestling match. Serena Deeb is always gonna bring it. Serena Deeb, to me, man, it's hard to decide whether it's her or Thunder Rosa that's the best female wrestler. I keep going back and forth between those two, because Serena Deeb, man, she put some men to shame. Her wrestling skills put men to shame, man. But then you got Mercedes Martinez in there, veteran for over 2 decades. That's old school for you, man. She wrestles this very, very stiff, very tight old school style. And when you see her do that spider suplex, the reverse German suplex from the ropes, oh my god, that was so freaking. And then she dropped Serena on her head at one point too. I was like, ugh. But the counters to some of these submission moves, loved it. I thought it really goes to show you how important it is to sell and how important it is to make your opponent look well. Because Serena Deeb does a great job in making everyone she works with look like a goddamn beast. And I think that ultimately is why I think she should get as much TV time as possible. And eventually she should be a world champion, women's champion. She'll get there. They'll give her a run at some point. When that point is, I don't know. But for right now, yeah, she's great at making people look good. So let's keep doing that. Mercedes Martinez retains. There are some people that feel like Serena should have won. Nah, I'm good with them keeping the belt on Mercedes. Mercedes is a great talent. Yeah, for sure. Like, I 1000% agree that she should keep the belt. People are calling Wheeler Yuta's finisher the seatbelt clutch. Okay, not bad. Oh, shit. I forgot to tell y'all to like the video. So we have 130 people in here. Like the video, please. The goal for this video is 500 likes. I am at 85 likes, so I think we can at least reach 100. We might not hit the 500 because I haven't been promoting it all that much, but yeah, please like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I would get to be recommended here on YouTube. So please like the video. I would really, really appreciate it. What's next? What's the next match here? I think the next match is the television title, right? Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal. This was a fight. This was a brawl. They beat the piss out of each other. It was great. This was so goddamn good. You had some interference from Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh. And there were moments in the match where I was like, ah, shit. Jay Lethal's gonna beat Samoa Joe. And it was believable. Because he had so much help from all of his cronies. You're like, this son of a bitch could actually beat Samoa Joe. He didn't, though. But there were moments that they had me. When he hit that lethal injection, I said, oh, fuck, he's gonna beat Samoa Joe. And he didn't. And then when he hit him with the belt, I was like, son of a bitch. But Joe kicked out of both. They made Joe look so goddamn dominant. And that's how it should be. Joe, man, I hope Joe keeps that belt forever. Because he is fucking phenomenal. But yeah, Joe puts Jay Lethal to sleep with the Coquina clutch, which makes me very happy. So he retains, and he will go on to defend that belt. It was announced that this Wednesday, not only will Roosh take on Jon Moxley, but Daniel Garcia would take on the returning Bryan Danielson. Yeah! Yes. Bryan Danielson is coming back. He is, I think, actually, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega. They said Kenny's on his way back. We talked about that, was it last week? Last week, I think. No, I think was it last week? It was Wednesday, I think. Well, whenever we talked about that. It was sometime before. Alongside Kenny Omega and Bryan, it's looking like Punk's about to come back. Punk's been doing media. Yeah, he's been hanging around. He's doing good. So Punk's about to go back. And then Adam Cole, I hear, is about to come back. I'm not too sure about Adam Cole. I think you should let him rest. You don't need to bring back the Undisputed Era until, Undisputed Elite. You don't need to bring them back until I don't know. I would keep them out at least until Full Gear. Full Gear? That would be fair. If you gotta bring them back, I would at least wait until the Arthur Ashe Stadium show. Maybe bring him in then, but nah, let's not. Can we not? He's hurt. He has a torn. He has a labral tear, and I think he has a concussion too. I'm not too sure. He's hurt, so let him rest. But I mean, I can't tell him what to do. If he wants to come back, he can come back. I just think it would be smarter for him to play this wise. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. For sure. I thought this was a very happy piece of news for me. It was great news to see Bryan Danielson coming back. All right. Last but not least, the main event. FTR versus the Briscoes 2 out of 3 falls match. Oh my god, what do y'all want me to say? It might have been every bit as good as their first match. I think I'm always going to like their first match more because it was the first match. It was the first time they fought, so by default, I'm gonna like it more. But hell, if you want to say this is just as good, go for it. This was phenomenal. Oh my god, pure tag team wrestling for 43 minutes, and I didn't feel it. I could have kept watching them go. They were beating the piss out of each other. At one point in time, I think one of the Briscoes, forgot which one, was slapping Dax so hard, his chest started bleeding. It was dripping blood. All 4 busted themselves open at some point. It was. When I tell you this is one of the best tag team matches I have ever seen, yeah, go figure. Once again, FTR making history. FTR is changing the game, man. These are main event tag team matches. This is changing the game for tag team wrestling. And I'm so happy to see people raising the bar. And you know what? You know what's cool about FTR? What's old is new. They're bringing back old school wrestling. Old school wrestling is fun again. But they're doing it right. It's not the paint by number tag match. Ugh. No, they're actually putting in the effort to make each of these falls mean something. I fucking love this. I thought the Briscoes, who by the way have signed a deal with Ring of Honor, so they're gonna be here for a while, long-term deal. I thought the Briscoes, man, they looked so good in this match. I don't think I've ever truly been a Briscoes fan before their feud, their matches with FTR. I've known about them. I've known that they've always been a great tag team for me. I've never thought they were ever a bad tag team. Singles competitors, I don't think, who was the world champion? Was it Jay or Mark Briscoe? I think it was Jay Briscoe. I'm not too sure.
You hear that House of Black attacked Darby at SDCC?
Yeah, this is why I paused Super Chats, y'all. I did. BW Rosa. We'll talk about that on Wednesday. But see, now I have to get my train of thought back. Damn it. Yeah, the Briscoes. Like, I've never been a fan of them before this match. Like, I know they've always been seen as a great tag team, but you would never see me buy a Briscoes t-shirt for more than one reason. But now I'm like, them boys are dope. It is also helpful that they apologize for all the stupid shit they used to say. So I think I can give them a shot. I can give them a shot. They're good. You know what? They're fucking great. I cannot believe that they have been doing such an awesome job as a tag team these past few months, man. I've seen all their matches in Impact, Ring of Honor, and wherever they go. They're killing it, man. So I'm happy we got them. I'm happy that Tony Khan locked them in, and we get to have more tag team wrestling with them. I'm excited. I'm excited for the Briscoes, but most importantly, I'm excited for FTR. The ending to this match. So Briscoes win the first fall with that Doomsday device that had Dax Harwood land on his head. Jesus Christ. Of course, the Big Rig wins the second fall, and then the third fall is pure fucking wrestling. Pure wrestling. Dax Harwood beats, was it Jay or Mark? Let me get the right one. Sometimes you can't even tell. I think it's Jay. I was right, Jay Briscoe. Cause Jay it was a Jay Driller that Dax Harwood kicked out of, right? Yeah, it was Jay Briscoe. Jay Driller, which usually, wins matches. Dax kicked out of it, but then Dax beats Jay with a not a top rope pile driver, Jesus Christ. A middle rope super pile driver. It looked fucking sick. And when he pinned him, I'm just like, a pile driver won a match. God, I love this match so much. I miss the days when a pile driver would win a match. People forget that pile drivers, think about that. I am dropping you on your head at full force. How does that not win matches? So I'm happy. I am happy that he won this match with a pile driver. Off the middle rope, granted, but still, a pile driver. All these Canadian destroyers that don't win matches, I'm still pissed off. I get pissed every day when Adam Cole lets these people kick out of his Panama Sunrise. That should be his finisher, dude. But whatever. It is what it is. FTR motherfuckers. These motherfuckers. FTR continue to light the world on fire with awesome tag matches. This match alone made the $35 worth it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ring of Honor. Thank you, Ring of Honor, for continuing to give wrestling the love and admiration that it deserves. But most importantly, thank you, FTR, for continuing to give me great matches. That story about Dax's daughter, by the way, beautiful. An 8-year-old girl fighting to fix a hole in her heart. That was beautiful. Beautiful story. So the show ends with Claudio and Wheeler Yuta confronting FTR and basically challenging them to a championship challenge. Damn. Let's go. Let's do it, man. I'm excited. That's going to be dope. But yeah, that was Death Before Dishonor. Death Before Dishonor was such a good fucking show. Oh my God. It was such a good show. If Ring of Honor continues to have good shows, man, I think we're going to be just fine. Because I know a lot of people are just, they feel like wrestling's getting a bit too much now. I think for the most part, again, this is just my opinion. I think for the most part, Ring of Honor it's actually been helping wrestling. It's good to have that alternative type of wrestling show that's different from AEW and, of course, WWE. It's just pure wrestling. If you're a wrestling purist, then this is the show for you. So, yeah, give me your thoughts, y'all. Give me your thoughts about the show. Before we wrap things up, I believe I owe you a review of the Stone Cold podcast. I am going to talk. I said I was going to talk about it, and I believe it's time we definitely do take a look at this. So, Sami Zayn, Mr. Sami Zayn, did a awesome, and I mean an awesome interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I'm just going to give you the highlights. I do recommend you go see it. But he did an awesome interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And in that interview, he talked about working with Johnny Knoxville, Jackass, from Jackass at WrestleMania. And to my surprise, as well as others, he feels that's his crowning achievement. He feels like that's it. Like, he feels like that match was... He did call it a match, by the way. That is going to be what people remember him for. And I disagree, but my thing about this, and I'm gonna ask wrestlers this too. I noticed that what we think is good, a lot of times aren't what the wrestlers think is good. Sami Zayn loved that match. He said it was his crowning achievement. He hates it when people call it a comedy match. He says it's an actual match. And then he also says, if I never accomplished anything in WWE, he has that. He takes pride in that match with Johnny Knoxville. I don't know why, but he does. Not hating on him. Hey, man, it's your work. You can love it however you want. For me, we'll see. He can like it, but, you know... Did I enjoy the match? Absolutely. I enjoyed it. I can't call it a match, though. I don't think I can ever call it a match. I don't know what it was. I loved it, though. I just can't call it a match. I did notice that while he was talking about the wrestling aspect, it did feel like anytime they brought up wrestling, it came across as if he was saying, been there, done that. You know, it's like he's now really gone full sports entertainer. He's looking for something more beyond just wrestling now, which is good. I'm not going to sit here and tell him that he can't. But yeah, it is kind of illuminating to hear him talk about wrestling as if, I've been there, done that. Sami Zayn told Stone Cold Steve Austin his run in WWE NXT from 2013 to 2016 was the brand's best run. He felt like him, Bayley, Finn Balor, and others helped create something special. They truly believed what they were doing was the best thing in wrestling. Yeah, I agree. I think, I wouldn't say, here's the thing, I wouldn't just say 2013 to 2016. I would say 2013 to 2019. I would go all the way to the Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano match. To Finn Balor's heel turn. You know what I mean? Like, that entire run, the Triple H run, the Triple H era, phenomenal work. He believes that, of course, when he was at NXT, they had the best run. You'll notice that Sami has a bit of an ego. You can hear it. Yeah, when I was there, it was awesome. Oh, my match is one of the best things in WrestleMania. You can hear it. You can hear the ego, but you let it go. Because he's great. He's such a nice guy, too. But he's awesome at what he does. It's like, yeah, you deserve that ego. Fuck it. You think that's the best thing in the world? It's the best thing in the world. You believe what you want, Sami. Fuck it. Yeah, you would think he would have an ego at this point. All the matches he's had. They talked about his match with Shinsuke Nakamura. My goodness. I went back and watched that match. That was TakeOver in Dallas, right? I watched that match some time ago. It's still a classic. It is still one of the best matches I've ever seen. That match was so goddamn dope. It was so goddamn good, man. Yeah, I encourage you all to go back and watch it. It really is a good match. But yeah, then they talked about him as a babyface. They talked about his selling. They talked about his work as a El Generico, how he was able to have good facial expressions because he's done it so long under a mask. It just comes naturally to him. Yeah, man, I loved him as a babyface. So much so that I'm not hating on him as a heel. He's a good heel. I'm just ready for him to go babyface again. I want to see Sami as a babyface. I think he can be a world champion, especially now. In this climate, absolutely. He can be a world champion in WWE. They're lacking of babyfaces anyways. They need one. So yeah, if they turn him babyface, I'm ready. I'm ready for Sami to go babyface. I think he'd be good. But yeah, this is great interview. Great interview. Really recommend you go watch it. Yeah, just good things all around, man. I really enjoyed that. I don't know what else to really say about it. Just a great interview. Go watch it. Y'all give me your thoughts down below about that too. All right. Other than that, I got nothing else to really talk about. So let me go ahead and play the rest of these super chats. I gotta pull up Streamlabs. I don't know why I closed it. I closed Streamlabs by accident. Sorry about that, y'all. But let me go ahead and play the rest of these super chats and then hang out with y'all on the live chat. Y'all give me your thoughts on Ring of Honor, your favorite match, Jonathan Gresham, and of course, Sami Zayn. Johnny Bravo with the $2 super chat. I miss Johnny Bravo, man. Do the mucking with me. For real, that show was dope. Cartoon Network, oh, we'd be here all day. I'd be here all day talking about it.
Raw PPV was good. My problem is I don't want AEW to put all Raw titles on AEW talent. Both companies need to do their own thing. I don't want Tony to treat Raw like Vince did with ECW in 2008.
Well, I get what you're saying.
No wonder WWE wants FTR back in the company. Damn.
Well, yeah, because now they're over and people love them, so now they want them back. Okay. But no, like, getting back to that last super chat, I get what you're saying. You want them to put on fresh talent. You don't want talent to start bleeding into each other. Don't know what happened to the live chat. The live chat's still here, right? The fuck? What happened to the live chat, y'all? Oh, damn it. Is it broken? Hold up. Because it was working. What happened to the live chat? Hold on for a minute. Let me see. Let me type hello and see what happens. Is it because no one's typing? Yeah, okay. It started back over. That's ridiculous. What the hell? Okay, well that's crazy. I mean, if it's not gonna work, I can go ahead and end the stream now. But yeah, that's yeah. I don't know what happened. Y'all, Streamlabs is stupid. We have a chat here. People are here. It's just it's not showing everybody's stuff. Oh, that's so annoying. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I can still read your stuff. Let me let that, I'm gonna need y'all to, get that back for me. I'll just retype everything and hopefully it'll start working again. Let me just go back and read some of this stuff that you guys have been posting. What are your thoughts on, Gresham? How y'all feel about Gresham acting the way he did? Let me see here. Eric Freeman believes they put the ROH title on Cesaro way too quick. No, why do you feel that? Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that statement. I think he's been well deserving of a world title for a while now. For real, it's just people just think because he's from WWE, he shouldn't be winning the title. Shut up. Cesaro's been in. He hasn't even won a world title before. That should be a reason alone why he should have won the world title. So weird. Yeah, I don't agree with that statement. Sorry. Firestar Hart. Gresham will likely end up permanently in Impact Wrestling because of his wife. And that's sad that he's going to end up in Impact and be stuck there because no one else wants to work with him. Paid Enthusiast says Gresham wants to retire from wrestling as a whole. Also, he just wants to be done, period. Okay. Ajax. Gresham could have handled this in a more professional way. This doesn't seem like him. Yeah, I don't know. What. There's a side of me that thinks his wife talked him into this too. Because Jordan be firing him up sometimes. Gresham is up there with the best, but character-wise, meh. If I was trying to get a TV deal, I would switch the title to Cesaro. Exactly! Like, if I'm trying to get a TV deal, I would want Cesaro and Samoa Joe as my champions. It's a business, guys. Yeah, Gresham will probably do well in Impact, but Impact is for people like him who have no personality. No, actually, I changed that. I disagree with that, too. Because Mickie James and Chelsea Green and, nah, man. It's just, it's too many people over there with personalities, too. So, he might not do well over there, either. Moose? Nah, he's not going to do well. I just think wherever he goes, it's not going to work out for him. And it ain't because he's black. Whoop Whoop Kids, a lot of his matches, he said it too. A lot of his matches the crowd isn't into. They're silent. Exactly. Jade Cargill is the TBS champ. Jade Cargill's fucking killing it. TK let Big Swole's contract expire because she wasn't good enough in the ring. Didn't have anything to do with race. Get good. Thank you. It ain't got nothing to do with your skin color. Get good. Yeah, they're gonna snitch tag me. Please. Snitch tag me. I want the smoke. I want the smoke. Dag nabbit. Yeah, go join your wife in Impact Wrestling. Okay. What was your favorite match in Ring of Honor? What was your favorite match? I'm assuming it was FTR, of course. People were saying them. Everyone seems to have nothing but rave reviews for the show, though. That's promising and very encouraging. Again, like I personally do believe that Ring of Honor is going to do just fine on its own. It's going to do just fine. I just hope that if they can't get a TV deal, they're smart enough to at least put they're at least smart enough, in my opinion, to at the very least put it on YouTube. Like they should. They should put it on YouTube. That's just my opinion. Let's see here. What are y'all saying is your favorite matches here? Oh, let me make sure the super chats are on. Yeah, okay.
With AEW now looking outside US to hold PPVs, what 3 places outside the US is a must to hold a PPV? I love your channel, King.
Toronto. For sure. You want to go to Canada. Wembley Stadium. You gotta do Wembley one good time in the UK. Japan. The Tokyo Dome. Fuck it. Why not? They already have a deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling. A partnership. Go do one in Japan. Khalil Does Everything says Jordan Grace do be talking shit about TK earlier this year with his booking. All right, y'all ain't gonna be hired. Y'all can keep y'all asses in Impact Wrestling and talk all the shit you want. The fucking wonder, no fucking wonder no one wants to work with her. I was always just kind of wondering, like, why does nobody want to work with Jordan Grace? And then I see her acting like this, and I'm like, yep, that's why. That's exactly why. She puts her foot in her fucking mouth. And now she got Jonathan Gresham putting his foot in his mouth. That's pretty bad. Yeah, the general consensus is, I guess FTR had the best match. Makes sense. How we feeling about Sami Zayn? How we feeling about Sami Zayn? Let me see here. Oh, people showing love to Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. That's good to see. Y'all better be. Those two had an excellent match. King of Heckle Mundo says Sami is currently injured and might not be wrestling until November. Oh, cool. Yeah, get you a break. Bring him back as a babyface. I would love to see him come back as a babyface. House of Black could be trying to recruit Darby to their stable. He fits. Do I think he'll join? Probably not. I also think this whole thing with Miro potentially joining is a swerve. It's a definite swerve. Tony does want the Briscoe brothers to be on AEW, but the network doesn't like them because of their past. Yeah, they said some pretty misogynistic, homophobic, racial shit, and they did in fact apologize for it. But I don't know about that, son. I don't know about that. Yeah, everybody seems to be in agreement that Sami Zayn's era of NXT was probably the best era. Again, I would add on, I would tack on 2017, 18, and 19 as well. But yeah, like if he wants to say 2013 and 2016 was a great era for NXT, I'm not gonna say he's wrong. Okay. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. So this week, it's going to be a busy week. Tomorrow, Monday Night Raw. Wednesday, AEW Dynamite will be doing a preview of SummerSlam. Thursday. We'll see. It depends on how I'm feeling. I might just... No. I'm going to do the preview of SummerSlam Thursday because Friday, that needs to be SmackDown. So we'll do SmackDown Rampage, but we'll do the usual Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. SummerSlam! And then we got a full month off. And then September, boom. We'll hit the ground running with 2 pay-per-views back to back. It'll be Clash at the Castle, and then All Out. Super excited for that. That's going to be fun. And I think September has 4 pay-per-views, I think. Because after Clash at the Castle, it's going to be Extreme Rules. I think. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm excited. I am super excited to get the ball rolling on SummerSlam, especially since Vince McMahon's not there. Hopefully they drop Bruce Pritchard very soon. Hopefully. But, share your thoughts down below. Thank you guys for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Patreon, PayPal. Whatever you want to do. You can still donate to me using Cash App and Venmo and many other things to support the channel. Join the membership. Use Super Thanks. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment as you file out. Leave a like. And I'll catch you guys next time. Right here in Alyx's World. A safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.